questions.
Are you a homophobe?
No, bro. No.
Elaborate.
Dude, you can suck whoever's dick you want, man.
Yeah, but
you can do whatever you want.
First off, you're goddamn fucking right. I can't.
Yeah.
Second off, but when you're referring to homosexual acts as messed up stuff.
Well, look, dude. Okay, look. Here's the thing. You can do whatever you want, and you will do whatever you want. That's what life is. We make our own choices. We get to choose what we want. I'm talking to the guy who's on the edge. The guy who's like, oh, I'm here. I could maybe be gay, maybe be straight. That's the guy I'm talking to. The guy who's on the edge, and he's thinking about going either way. I'm like, hey, bro, just think about that a little longer. Just come over. Like, come on, man. You can make it.
That sounds like something a homophobe would say.
Well, no.
Am I wrong here?
No. I don't know if it's a homophobe, but someone who doesn't believe in the right to make that decision. Like,
well, no,
I don't think he's scared of people who have become gay, but I think that he is looking for ways to not.
Well, I'm saying, like, look, dude, he's probably gonna have a better life with a wife and kids and a normal life. And he'll be like, oh man,
how
that's
can
cool.
you say that? How is that even remotely true?
You know what? There's a great book you can read on that called Androphile by Jack Donovan. And Jack Donovan.
I don't know how long I can, like, you're citing these books that you know I'm not going to read. And I said earlier, I don't know enough about the topic to be able to contest you on all things.
That's why we're talking. But Jack Donovan, who wrote Androphile, he's a gay man who likes to have sex with men, but he's also masculine, likes to shoot guns and fight with swords, and he rejects the whole gay culture.
Does he have a show wife too?
No.
So
what do you mean he rejects the gay culture?
So this is what's interesting. So he's a masculine man who likes to have sex with men.
There's a lot of those.
And he likes to, like, he dresses like a biker. He's got tattoos. Jack Donovan's been on my show.
There's a ton of those.
Super awesome guy. Big source for this book on what a man is and masculinity. Now, he rejects the gay culture. Like, he rejects the liberalism or the leftism of the gay culture. He rejects putting on glitter and having rainbows and singing to Cher and crossing in drag.
Why? Why?
Well, he just says it's not him. He's like, dude, you know what?
He just doesn't like it for himself.
Well, he says that it's a trap. So when you go in there, it's a trap for him. And he says that culture expects you to plug in and accept everything about them, all the belief systems. So, like, you can't be, let's say, a right-wing conservative and gay. They don't like that.
But they exist. I think
they do exist.
I think my question to you is, at what point does it become a situation where, like it is for me to a certain extent, if it doesn't affect my life directly, fuck whoever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
dude,
more power to you. The one place I will, and I don't know if we're wrapping up. We got to move on from the producer, but I think this conversation is extremely valuable.
No, let's do it.
The one question I have, or the one place I think is, where does the slope lead? I'm not as worried about where we are right now. I'm worried about where it continues to go. And so we talk about identifying as toaster ovens, and people will laugh in 2019. Okay. But I'm not so sure that in 2025, we are not putting out legislation where people can identify as beanbag chairs, movie screens.
You know what's next? I'll tell you what's next, dude. There's a group called NAMBLA, the National American Boy Love Association or something like that. And they're trying to bring pedophilia into the LGBTQ LMNOP.
Insane.
Well, see, now, and dude, I've heard it. And you're like, and so, dude, but look, you're like, no on that. But I'm going to be the devil's advocate here and say, why not? They're doing men, they're doing women, they're doing whatever. Why not just bring the line a little bit further?
And by the way, he's saying it facetiously as a testing point, but there would be people in the community.
They're organized as NAMBLA.
100%.
Yeah, I've got an email from one of these people before.
And they wanted to come on the show. And by the way, really quickly,
right. How is that right and that's wrong? And what it comes down to is it's survival behavior versus anti-survival.
I think it comes with pedophiles harm people.
That's mega harm. Yeah.
You severely fuck up a child for the rest of his life.
Absolutely,
I'm not sure the rest of the LGBTQ, as long as there's like consent and whatnot, are harming people.
Well, let me beg the question then. So you got two men here and two women. These two men decide to be gay. They're out of the pool. What do you do with these two women who want husbands? They can't find husbands now.
Why are there four people in your analogy?
Well, I'm just using an easy 4-person analogy.
Why?
Let's make 100% of the men gay. What happens now?
That's impossible.
Is it?
No,
No,
no. I'm not saying it's
impossible.
possible. 100% is impossible. But
Dude, I don't know, bro. It's happened.
I'm going to stay in the middle as much as possible here, and I will say that's impossible. But what I will say is, and I don't have this stat, but I would assume that the percentage of gay and lesbian people in this country, in America especially, is on the drastic rise.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so technically we could, and by the way, I've heard this comment from women in LA.
Yeah.
I've heard this
I
comment
can't
from
find
people.
a good man.
I can't, no.
No?
I can't find a straight man.
Oh,
You've
I'm
heard
not
that?
100%. How many times have we heard the statement, every time I meet a cute, respectable, work-centric, providing man, he's gay. Even if it's jokingly and there are a bunch of good people out there, it's at least a joke right now. Girls are saying
No,
every
dude,
time I
it's
meet
real.
a guy that I like, he turns out to be gay.
Dude,
It's in
real.
movies, it's in popular culture. That thoughtology exists. That's definitely not a word. But is there a way where over the next 10, 20, 50 years, it continues to go so far that we end up in two simultaneous
homogeneous.
genius pools and we're unable to continue
Dude,
reproducing?
we're there. Like in Canada where I live, we have 1.2 babies for 2 people. That means every generation we're losing people. So we're actually already at the point where we can't do it. Europe is there, Canada's there, US isn't yet, but it's going to go. So what happens is guys like us, the guys who are the top guys, we're not having babies, we're not having as many babies. So there's nobody to replace those people. So what we do is we import people from wherever, and then that's fine. But what happens is the values of the country aren't the same values. Now it's some other values. And the values that made our country good are the ones that we came up with that built all this prosperity. Dude, you're in like a space age place. Smart values built this. Some other values from somewhere else, you don't know what those are. They don't have this. So if you take the values that built it and throw them away, it's
Sort of. I want to question your hypothesis because the values that made this country good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things about this country, but there's also a lot of fucked up shit in this country.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
And maybe if there were other,
But
there's a different input from a different gender.
But what other country can you go to out of all the
Finland?
countries? Well, Finland's got like 6 million people. My dad's from Finland.
Is he dope?
No, he's actually pretty fucked up. But dude, like,
and you'd also get tax fucked into the
well, you
ground.
get taxed like 60% or whatever it is.
No,
in
it's high. I
Finland.
think it's higher than that.
And
It's like
people in
70%.
Finland.
I'm just saying I think there's better ways to do this shit, especially right now.
like
Precarious
Finland.
times here in America.
Oh, it's super tough, man. Like,
Yeah.
like it could be a civil war at some point. That's how bad it's getting.
Yeah, but I think his question, and I do want to make another point too that I keep forgetting to make. I really do wish, and let's do it on a show in the next literally 2 weeks. Audience, hold us to it, where we bring on an opposing viewpoint. I do not want to end up in a position here where we're bringing on guests with I'll call it up slightly at least radical viewpoint, and then not giving the opposing side. I wish we had one here today.
I really do too.
And Spencer, by the way.
Yeah, you
I
should
love
have
you,
brought the
Spencer,
vegan with
but
the man bun.
He would have been it. He would have been it, dude. He would have been it because he's like kind of middle. I am too, but I do want to make sure that we bring on an opposing
I'm
viewpoint
kind of
for
sad
this.
that we didn't talk about men today. We talked about gay people and women. We didn't even get to
what do
men.
you want to talk
Yeah.
about? Because I actually don't want to wrap up.
Well, I don't think we should wrap
What?
up.